The hell is this? Hey guys, I didn't see you there. Oh, I'm just reviewing Homeowners Association documents. What is a homeowners association? Well, funny you should ask because this is Raw and Uncut Real Estate with your host, Ricky J. Alvarez, Ricky the Realtor here at Boulevard Real Estate. And once again, we're back at it, giving you some raw and uncut, unfiltered, unbiased opinion of the real estate market. And today, you guessed it, you guys asked for it. What are homeowners associations? Well, that's what we were just reviewing, and that's what we're going to be bringing to you today. So, first and foremost, just wanted to thank you guys for joining us. Episode number 19, Homeowners Associations. What the hell is an HOA? So, HOAs. So when you have an agent tell you, hey, this house has an HOA, it has a homeowners association. So there's an entity that is essentially looking, I would say, maintaining that property's integrity, having rules, regulations in place for that community. So it's not just townhomes and condos, because primarily that's what homeowners associations are taking care of, are the dwelling, the exterior, the community, common area maintenance, stuff like that. They can also be found in communities of homes as well. Many times they're either near golf course, new development, stuff of that nature. And so these homeowners associations are created essentially to govern the residents, to kind of help just kind of set the standards, just outline everything in as far as rules and regulations go, like I mentioned earlier. And it's just all written out what each resident essentially is responsible for, what they can and can't do. So it's kind of like Big Brother, it's Big Sister looking over your shoulder. So if you are looking to purchase and you're currently renting, this may not be for you. You may not want to leave the kind of overlooking, look over your shoulder, kind of having a landlord, per se, and having rules at that complex, apartment complex, and then going to a townhome condo complex. If you didn't like where you were at before, and like I said, you didn't like feeling like you were being policed or regulated by the manager or the landlord, then I would stick to buying a home away from homeowner associations, because I'll tell you why. I'm going to give you the good, bad, and the ugly. So homeowner associations are great, and I'll tell you why they're great, because they cover a lot. Some complexes, townhomes and condos, will cover the water, the sewer, garbage. Sometimes they have a clubhouse, pools, tennis courts, other things of that nature. Theaters, little gyms, all kinds of great stuff. So it just depends with each complex, what amenities they have. Typically, roughly it's gonna be about $300 on average, and it could go up to $400, $500, $600, $700 depending on what they offer you. So homes are a little bit different. Sometimes for a community, for homes, it's usually to maintain security, maintain common area maintenance. But again, it depends where you're at, because there's certain homes that are up against golf courses. That golf course may create an HOA for that community, and it may give you certain amenities, like to use the golf course, or to use the clubhouse, or to use the pools, the tennis courts. Like I said, all those kind of amenities are bundled up and are essentially incentives, I guess you could say, or just bonuses on things that come with that homeowners association. So those are things to look out for. It never goes down, guys. It always goes up. So it does hurt affordability. So take that in consideration. If you can afford a $500,000 house, for example, say, you can't just go buy a $500,000 house with a $400 or $500 HOA per month, because remember, it's per month. Never goes down, always goes up. So they can always raise your homeowners association without even asking you, essentially. That's why it's important that I encourage you to go to the meetings, be a pillar in your community, voice your opinion. Don't just let the homeowners association, because usually it's governed by the residents. So some residents will be sitting on the board, what have you. Get involved. Like I said, make your voice heard. Don't just let them pass certain things that are going to raise your homeowners association dues if you're not on the same page. If the owners want to get together and they want a new road, what have you, or they want to do certain upgrades, it's going to cost, right? So if there's no reserves, and sometimes a lot of the times homeowner associations will set aside reserves, You just want to make sure that what they're allocating towards, that it's justifiable and that it's going to benefit you and all the other residents. It's not going to be just something that benefits one resident. You know what I mean? So be very involved, especially if it's an HOA that covers a lot, and there's a lot of folks on the board that may not have been doing such a great job, and you want to definitely get in there and help create change. And when you get into contract, most of the time, even before you get into contract, under disclosures, you may find that the homeowner association documents are already provided. So want to make sure to review those with your realtor, go over their budget, their bylaws, their any past meetings, other minutes for the meetings, and you want to also look at the rules and regulations, pretty much all their articles in the homeowner association, all the docs, all the documents that are involved with the homeowner association. There's going to be a bunch of them, like I just named a few that you definitely want to pay close attention to. You want to see how much money they have allocated, how much money is still left in the budget, what have they been voting on, what's going to be spent. Want to look at what they've been discussing in their minutes. Also just want to make sure, like I said, to be very comfortable with what rules and regulations are in those bylaws or in those HOA documents. So you got to be very comfortable with it. It's something that never goes away, and sometimes they have certain rules and regulations, like you can't leave your car parked in a certain space for a certain amount of days, and it's just to continue to uphold the integrity of the area, of the community. So that's another great thing, that it continues to encourage the owners, property owners, to maintain their lawns, just make the community beautiful. So in that case, it's a great thing that it does help keep everything consistent, everything beautiful. So when you drive into your community, you're like, oh man, this is awesome. Sometimes even in new builds as well, a lot of the new builds that are going on in the Bay Area also have homeowners associations, and it's because they're maintaining parks, streets, all kinds of new, new things that they've built for that community is going to be upheld by the HOA. So, and they're not always that expensive. They're about $100 a month or something of that nature. And as they build more properties out, all those costs get split out. So as you build more, you have more residents, your HOAs will go down. But like I said, they can always go up because there's an improvement or something like that to be made. So always keep that in mind. Be a pillar in your community. Stay involved. Have your voice heard. And one last thing that we're going to end this on is affordability. So it does affect your affordability. And not only that, but some complexes, mainly in HOAs for condos and townhomes, I'm sorry guys, but you cannot always use FHA finances in financing. And the reason why you cannot use FHA financing is many times these communities need to be approved. And the reason why is they can't have a high density renters. It's just a huge risk for the FHA loans, the government sponsored loans. They're not going to want to let you borrow money on a complex that has a lot of renters. It's just a huge risk for them on their behalf. So many times if you are not going conventional, you're going to have a lot of trouble getting qualified and pretty much being able to make an offer on certain homes if those complexes are not FHA approved. If you're going that FHA route, my recommendation to you guys is talk to your lender, get qualified for both conventional and FHA financing. So if you need to be creative and we need to change the loan type, we can. Which is great because it's not going to limit you on where you can live, but also you want to be just very considerate on what those HOAs cost, what they come with, all that great stuff. So it was a pleasure talking to you guys. If you guys have any questions, whether you're working with me or not, always happy to help. Anything I can do for you, where we're talking about HOAs or we're talking about rules and regulations or anything of that nature, always here for you guys. And it's fall season, guys, so I'm bundled up. I got the flannel on, got the vest on, so we're gonna stay bundled up. It's a cold one. It's starting to get a little chilly out here, which is nice. Change of weather. So, and the holidays are right around the corner, guys. So hope you're staying safe. Have a great Halloween, and have a happy holidays if I don't talk to you guys soon. But more than anything, just go out there, be confident, ask questions, and don't hesitate to reach out to us if you need anything. We just always want to give you guys a little bit more information, give you some tools for your arsenal when you're going out there making offers and looking at property. So Once again, thank you guys very much. Your friend Ricky the Realtor. This is episode number 19 of Raw and Uncut Real Estate. What the hell are HOAs? And we helped you answer that, guys. So thank you again. Take care.